Hello everyone and welcome to today's game analysis here. Today we have Asti Tobias versus Vinit Patel. This game was played fairly recently. I don't have the date, um, but yeah, a bit of context for this game here. These two have been bitter rivals ever since Asti has recently entered the 0620 chess community. Vinit, reigning from India himself, has taken the challenge and that was offered by Asti Tobias here. So getting right into the game here, we have white the white pieces as Asti, his alias being Cuck, and which is quite appropriate, and Vinit Patel as Vinspire. How edgy. So white to move, we have the standard opening uh, e4, just followed very passively. I see the bias looking to control the center, which is challenged. We have captures, and knight putting pressure on the d5 pawn here. So going forward, Vinna chooses to defend. We have the standard opening of knight, and the bishop here putting the queen under pressure here, which is defended by the knight. And moving forward, pawn moves forward to attack the bishop. Bishop moves back, um, and we have the knight attacking this lovely controlling the long diagonal, but very exposed here. So moving forward a bit, the queen moves forward, and so does the black queen here. So as we can see, um, the queen not doing too much here. I'm putting pressure on this pawn, which is defended by uh, the bishop and the knight. But there is ideas of potentially maybe putting the bishop backwards and attacking the undefended pawn on b2 here. So it looks like we go forward. We have a castle, which is a way for the king to defend the b2 pawn. The knight gets developed, and we see the knight moving onto this very dangerous b5 square by Asti Tobias. Now, looking back, you see that the queen is actually pinned by the bishop. So, this play is utterly losing for white here. But this queen's amazing sacrifice is declined actually, by pawn takes on b5 here. Asti is able to capitalize on the hanging bishop, which is a complete blunder there. And we see a really passive move here, queen to c5, c6, sorry. And at this position here, we have a completely new game. There was a game played back in 2007, I see in the database, by Ivanovich B and Droxy Vol. Fairly highly rated players at 2400 each, and that game ended in a stalemate there. Moving forward, bishop moving forward, castles, captures, and this is very nice here, putting pressure on the black queen. Queen moves, and bishop gets further developed here. Now, this is a great move here, putting pressure uh, on the queen. We have checks, captures, and here the queen trade is offered here. So, and uh, Vinit gladly accepts the queen trade. Bishop come to the play. Knights come into play. Bishop now being under attack. And here is an important critical blunder here. Vinet's only defender for the bishop was the knight, which he moves out of position. Um, we see the, uh, we see Austin refusing to take the bishop here, holding on for a bit longer. He he opts to move the knight back as the e file is open, and we have another attacker here. Two heavy attackers on this e2 square. Moving forward, we have another defender being placed by Asti Tobias, moving the knight over to again defend the knight. We have captures, and we see, just looking at the exchanges here, white loses a knight, black loses a rook, and here the idea would be to capture, try to get some kind of material back for the rook, as it is an important piece. And we see bishop to f5 here, which is not going for the trade, and instead putting pressure on this pawn. But there's no other attackers on it at the moment. Maybe there's plans to put the pawn forward, but there's a lot of attackers here, and well, it will end up quite messy. And moving over, there's probably a few moves. Asti quite a bit of moves to play left. Once again, a complete blunder here. Maybe if the rook was on the e file, pretty much pinning the king, so the white player is unable to capture. But we see another complete line of play here, the Tyrone Gambit, where instead of capturing with the rook, he captures instead, moves the knight forward, and here we have another blunder here, just completely, utterly losing. But if we look at the time here at the top right, we see the black player only has 7 seconds left, so not the most quality player, and white player has 44 seconds left. So quite a lot of time to play with. We have captures, checked with the rook, pretty much lobster pinning, three of the pieces here, and white's only option is to move. We have captures, and finally the rook coming on the open e file, putting pressure here, and bishop moves to block, which is undefended obviously, and another check. So we have the king just simply moves, another passive play, potentially attacking the defended pawn on h2, and pause the video here and try to find the winning move for white. If you found the winning move, congratulations, you're an excellent chess player. But for those that want to enjoy the show, it's king to b2, and in this position you actually win the time, because black has no time left, and that is the winning play. So just staying alive, but obviously being up material. Just looking at the count of pawns, so black has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that is the same with white. Just having the extra bishop here on b5. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Please let me know who's your favorite player in the description below, and have a nice day.